This is the first game of the February 14th slate of games for the 2026 men's Olympic hockey tournament played for the 2026 Millano Cortina Winter Olympic Games. This is a pre-play of the first game between Team Sweden and Team Slovakia. As mentioned at the beginning of the video, the clinching scenarios were shown. So this is a huge game for both these teams, as both are looking to get some buys. They already clinched some spots in the playoffs, but all importantly, they are looking for the buy. And for Team Sweden, they need a regulation win against Slovakia, while Slovakia is trying to maintain their pace to get a bye. And if they do so, if they get their win, they would tie Czechia, depending on how Czechia really will do, because either way, Czechia will either get the number one seed if Slovakia wins. But if Sweden wins, there is a possibility for Team Czechia to play for a regulation win to get those all important 3 points. But let's see what the dice will say for this game, as Team Sweden and Team Slovakia are looking to finish off their round robin campaign and hopefully for the best of the best to hopefully reach the top pinnacle for a bye. With that being said, your starting netminders for this game is going to be Jesper Waldstadt for Team Sweden and Adam Gajan for Team Slovakia. With that being said, let's drop the puck and play some Olympic style hockey. We're going to begin this February 14th slate with a quality check, I should say, between players 5 and 2. That's Tomas Tatar against William Nylander. The quality that we're looking for is power. William Nylander has power, so therefore he's going to skate out to Adam Gajan's net, hopefully net a 1, 2, or 3 to make the stop, which he will do so early on in this game. You want to size it up, and this is really an all-important game in Group number B. In Group B, I would believe, for these two teams, as this is their final round-robin game before the playoffs. We got another quality check. This time it'll be between both players and two. That's going to be Oliver Oculier, I would say, and Ricard Raquel. The quality that we're looking for is hit. Neither Oculier and Ricard Raquel, they don't have hits. So with that being said, that's going to be all she wrote for this segment. And we will move on to the next segment. Jeez, oh Pete, another quality check. This time it's going to be anybody out on the ice for Team Slovakia against player number 2. That is Elias F. Pettersson, and the quality that we're looking for is star. It looks like Elias F. Pettersson and Team Slovakia are not going to win star. So pick your poison. Regenda was flipped, so I'm going to leave him out of it. We'll keep Adam Ruchka and Adam Litska for their face-off high face-off ratings. So it's going to be either Libor Hudasek and Marek Hervik. Let's have the decider die decide. Dot, it'll be Hudasek. And it will be Hervik. So Marek Hervik will tie things up for with Elias F. Pettersson for no quality shown on their cards for star. And with that being said, we move on to the next segment of this all-important game with, oh my goodness, another quality check. This time it's going to be between anybody out on the ice for Team Slovakia against player number 2 again. Man, my goodness, pick somebody else. It's going to be William Nylander. The quality that we're looking for is power. The only 3 guys out there with power are Rutska, Regenda, and Martin Jurnak. Since Jernat was flipped, I'm going to leave him out of it. So it's between Ruchka and Regenda. Dot, it'll be Pavel Regenda. And it will be Regenda. So both players in two will tie it up for power. And that is going to be it for this slow but uneventful first period of play, as the score remains a zip-to-zip tie between these two countries of Team Sweden and Team Slovakia. We start the second period with a visitor scoring chance, I should say, of a 24. Home goalie must make spec save. Adam Gajan needs to net a 2 or a 3 with a dot to make the spec save. A 2 will do so. Nobody flips, and we will move on to the next one. We got a penalty check. This time it's going to be between players 4 and 5. That is Libor Hudasek and Gabriel Landeskog. And it looks like, Libor Hudasek is going to go to the box. So Gabe Landeskog has a chance to move in on Adam Gajan to hopefully net a 1, 2, or 3 to make the stop on the power play. He won't, and the Swedes jump out to a 1-0 lead on the power play, courtesy of Gabriel Landeskog. And the Swedes lead it 1-0 in this all-important game. We got ourselves a triple one. So this is going to be an injury to a home player. Man, these. So we're going to roll the red die. We're going to look at Slovakia inside. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 will be the goalie. 5. That's Martin Jernat. So Martin Jernat will sit out a game. Will sit out for the playoff game if it goes that far. If Slovakia makes it past the play-in round to the quarterfinals, they will have Martin Jernat back. And with that being said, that this segment is over, and we will move on to the next one with another visitor scoring chance, this time of a 14, and it reads, home goalie must make play save. So Adam Gajan needs to net a 1, 2, or a 3 to make the stop. He does. Nobody flips. We will move on to the next segment. Another visitor scoring chance, this time of a 52, and it reads, excuse me, home player in 2, that is Martin Pospisil. He will create a goal, or excuse me, he will stop a goal he will stop a Team Sweden goal with a quality roll of speed or a square. Although he does not have a square, he does have speed well enough to stop the Team Sweden opportunity from getting past him and into the back of the net of Adam Gajan. And that's going to be it for this second period here for this final game for both these teams in round robin play, with the Swedes leading the Slovakians 1-0. We begin the third with a quality check between players 4 and 5. That is going to be Patrick Koch and Pontus Holmberg. The quality that we're looking for is smart. It looks like Pontus Holmberg has smart, so therefore he's going to move in on Adam Gajan's net to hopefully net 1, 2, or 3 to make the stop. And he will do so to keep this game at a 1-0 lead for the Swedes. Hopefully enough to make sure that the Slovakians try to come back, because the Czechians are listening into this game and they really need Team Sweden to lose in order to clinch the top seed. We got a home scoring chance of a 41, and it will be home player in 5. That's Martin Fairberry. He creates a goal for his team with a quality roll of power or a triangle. Although he does not have a triangle, he does have power. We got ourselves a tie game, courtesy of Martin Fairberry. And we will stay in this segment with A quality check between players 4 and 3. That is going to be Milos Kiliman and Adrian Kempe. The quality that we're looking for is star. It looks like Adrian Kempe has star, so he's going to skate on into Adam Gajan's net. Hopefully, net a 1, 2, or 3 to make the stop. And he will. This game remains a 1-1 tie heading to the next segment. We got ourselves a quality check between players 3 and 5. That's Adam Liska and Rasmus Dahlin. The quality that we're looking for is speed. It looks like Adam Liska has speed, so he's going to skate off to Jesper Waldsted's net. Hopefully, net a 1 or a 2 to make the stop. Oh my goodness, he will not. The Slovakians take the lead courtesy of Adam Liska. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Somewhere in the Olympic Village or in this arena, the Czechians are getting their game faces ready to play their game, knowing hopefully for right now with a Slovakian lead up 2-1, but anything can happen within the next few portions of this segment with a quality check between players 2 and 4. That is going to be Oliver Ukalayer against Gustav Forsling. The quality that we're looking for is star. Man, Forsling has star, so he has a chance to tie things up as he moves in on Adam Gajan's net. Hopefully, net a 1, 2, or 3 to make the stop. We got ourselves a tie game. The Swedes said, not so fast there, as Gustav Forsling ties things up with the second goal of the game for Team Sweden and the fourth goal of the game overall. We stay put in this segment with a penalty check between both players in 4, Forsberg and Hudasek, and it looks like Hudasek is going to go to the box with a penalty rating of 1. So Philip Forsberg will skate off to Adam Gajan's net to hopefully net a 1, 2, or 3 to make the stop. He won't, and the Swedes go on the power play, take back the lead, courtesy of Philip Forsberg. It's 3-2 Sweden as we stay put here in this portion of this segment with a quality check between players 3 and 1. That's Simon Nemechek against Lucas Raymond. Reza. The quality that we're looking for is skill. Oh man, it looks like Nemechek and Razor both have skill, and that is going to be all she wrote for this one. And we will move on to the next segment before we go on to the empty net mini chart, barring a Slovakian goal. We got a quality check to close out this last segment of this first game of this February 14th slate with a quality check between players 1 and 3. That's Adam Rubchka against Eric Carlson. The quality that we're looking for is smart. Both players have smart, and I would have to say, for the first time in this pre-play, we are going to go to the empty net mini chart. 7. Leading team scores an empty net goal. My goodness. Team Sweden knew what they had to do. They will, for now, pass Team Czechia for first place overall with that goal. And let's see who scored it. 7. Player with the best shot rating. That is going to be Leo Carlson. So Leo Carlson will score the empty netter for Team Sweden, and that is going to be all she wrote. The Czechians now have the tough task to try to win in regulation to clinch the number 1 seed. Will they do so? Well, I guess you're going to have to find out very, very soon. But for right now, the Swedes will take this all-important game over the Slovakians 4-2. This is the second game of this slate of games for the day of February 14th for the 2026 Men's Olympic Hockey Tournament as part of the 2026 Millano Cortina Winter Olympic Games. This is a pre-play of the Germany and Latvia game that is going to be held on February the 14th. With that being said, your starting netminders are going to be Maximilian Franzreb against Elvis Merslinkins for Latvia. With that being said, let's drop the puck and play some Olympic style hockey. And right off the bat, we're going to begin with a home scoring chance of a 22 when it reads visitor goalie must make spec save. Oh man, and Franzreb does not have a spec save star credited to his name, so Team Latvia will score the ice-breaking goal. And let's see who scored right away. 6. Player with the best shot ratings, so that is going to go to Zemgus Girgensons with 2 shot stars printed out on his card as he will break the ice for this game between for these two teams is second game of Group C, and we will stay put in this segment with a visitor scoring chance of a 43, and it reads any visitor player with a triangle creates a goal. You better believe it. We got contenders. Mo Sider and JJ Paterka both have triangles printed out on their card. So it looks I think I'm going to give it to JJ Paterka. I want to keep Mo Sider's circle out there. So with that being said, JJ Paterka will score the goal for Germany as they will tie it up at 1-1 in this hockey game for between Germany and Latvia. We got ourselves a home scoring chance of a 55, and it reads home player in a home scoring chance. Excuse me. Any visitor player with a square stops a Latvian goal. Yes. Again, Nico Sturm, Mo Sider, and Jonas Muller all have squares. I do want to keep the face-off rating for Nico Sturm out there. So it's down between Sider and Muller. Dot. Well, actually, Muller was flipped. So the odd man out is going to be Mo Sider. So Mo Sider will make a key stop on that scoring opportunity for Team Latvia. And that is going to be all she wrote for this segment. And we will move on to the next one. We got ourselves a penalty check, almost close to being a 366. We got ourselves, and again, it's going to be against player number 3 for Germany, against anybody on the ice for Team Latvia. Unfortunately for Team Latvia, they are going to go to the box. So one of these guys is going to go to the box because we can't tie Germany. So Germany is going to go on the power play either way. So let's see who's going to go to the box by rolling the red die. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 will be a reroll. 3. So right across from him with Ralph Feibergs. So Feibergs is going to go to the box as Tobias Reeder will skate off to Elvis Merslinkins' net. Hopefully net a 1, 2, or 3 to make the stop. Which he will do so, and that is going to be all she wrote to keep Team Germany off on the power play as Team Latvia creates a good penalty kill. Home scoring chance of a 45, and it reads any home player with a power play circle star symbol creates a power play goal. I don't see any power play circle star symbols printed out on anyone's card. So, with that being said, that is going to be all she wrote for that segment. It will be a no action. And in this case, nobody will flip. and therefore we will move on to the next segment. Oh my gosh, it's been scoring chance after scoring chance after scoring chance. We got a visitor scoring chance again, and it's going to be a 53. Home player in 3. That's Harold's Eagle. He stops the Germany goal with a quality roll of power or a square. Although Eagle does not have a square, he does have power. So that is going to be well enough to stop the Team Germany goal from getting past him and past Elvis Merslinkins into the back of the net. And after 20 minutes of play, the score is all knotted up at 1-all. We got ourselves a quality check. This time it's going to be between players 2 and 1 to begin. 2 and 1 to begin this second period of this hockey game. It's going to be Christians Rubens against Fabio Wagner. The quality that we're looking for is star. It looks like Rubens and Wagner do not have star. So therefore, that is going to be a no action result. And that is going to be all she wrote for this segment. We will move on to the next segment with another quality check. And again, same players, but same player choices of 2 and 1, but different different looks at Dan's look Mellis and Parker Tuomi. The quality that we're looking for again is star, and it looks like Dan's Locomelis and Parker Tuomi do not have star, and that is going to be all she wrote for this segment, and we will move on to the next one. Oh my gosh, a home scoring chance of a 24, and it reads visitor goalie must make spec save. Maximilian Franzreb does not have a spec save. Again, does not have a spec save star credited to his name. So therefore, that is going to be a goal for Team Latvia. And let's see who will score this goal for the Latvians. 7, player with the best shot rating. Again, that is going to be Zemgus Gergensons, as he is officially on hat trick watch as he scores his second goal of the game. We stay put in this segment with a visitor scoring chance of a 14, and it reads, home goalie must make play save. Elvis Merslinkins needs to net a 1, 2, or 3 to make the stop, which he will do so. Nobody flips, and we will move on to the next segment. Another visitor scoring chance. This time it's a 56. Any home player with a square stops a German goal. Any player with a square stops a German goal. Yes, Ubis Balinskis does have a square printed out on his card. So therefore, he is going to stop Team Germany from getting past him and stopping the puck from getting past him and getting to the back of the net of Elvis Merslinkin. So with that being said, 40 minutes have been played here in the books. Team Latvia is up on Team Germany 2-1. We begin the third with a quality check between players 1 and anybody on the ice for Team Germany. The quality that we're looking for is star. Nobody has star. So it looks like we are going to do this. We're going to go right across from the black die number. In this case, it'll be a 1. And with that being said, both players in 1 will that is Sandis Villamanis for Team Latvia, and Frederick Tiffels for Team Germany will both do not have star, and therefore that is going to be a no action result, and we will move on to the next segment with another quality check. This time it's going to be between players 3 and 1. The quality that we're looking for is going to be, again, star. Freibergs and Wagner do not have star, and that is going to be all she wrote for this segment, and we will move on to the next one. we got ourselves a quality check, and again, this time it's going to be between both players in three. That's Lucas Reichel and Harold Eagle. The quality that we're looking for is smart. It looks like Eagle has smart, so he's going to skate off to Maximilian's Franzreb's net, so hopefully net a 1, 2, or 3 to make the stop. And he will do so. And that is going to be it for that segment. And we will have one more chance for Zemgus Girgensons to hopefully to net an Olympic hat trick. Oh, and triple sixes. So this is going to be an injury to a visiting player. And of course, this is going to be it for this segment. And we will definitely be moving on to the empty net mini chart. So we're going to look at Germany's side. We're going to roll the red die. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 will be the goalie. And it will be the goalie. So Maximilian Franzreb will be injured and will be not used until the game, until the end of the until Germany's next game. So he will be all set to go for the playoffs. But again, in net will be Matthias Niederberger, as he will be getting the start against Team USA in Germany's next game. And with that being said, we will head off to the empty net mini chart with the score at a 1-goal margin. 6. The game is over, and Team Latvia will get their first win of the tournament and those all important 3 points as they dig their way out of the bottom of the stack in the overall standings. With that being said, Germany would suffer a loss, but the Germans will head into the USA game at a 1-1 record with 3 points. But it's all up to USA to hopefully try to net a huge regulation win, hopefully and not to lose in regulation to Denmark. With that being said, the final score here for this pre-play game of Team Germany and Team Latvia is Team Latvia 2 and Team Germany 1. This is the third game of this slate of games for the day of February 14th for the 2026 Millano Cortina Winter Olympic Games for the 2026 men's hockey tournament played at the Millano Cortina Olympics. This is a pre-play game between Team Finland and Team Italy. Your starting netminders for this game are going to be Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen for Finland against Gianluca Vallini for Team Italy. This is going to be interesting, folks. So by the standings, and by in the overall standings, both these teams have a chance to jump into the top 4 with a win in regulation. Italy does have a chance to get into the top 4 for now with a win in regulation. A win in overtime will still do such thing, but barring what the USA and Denmark does, that will remain to be to be sought and found out. With that being said, Finland and Italy are ready to go, as you guys can see by their team records below their country's flag. And with that being said, let's drop the puck and play some Olympic style hockey. We're going to begin this pre-play game between Finland and Italy with a quality check between players 5 and anybody on the ice for the Finns. Greg Di Tommaso will be the player in question, but the quality that we're looking for is power. The only 3 skaters out there for power for Finland are Nico Mikkola, Anton Lundell, and Capo Kakko. Mikkola is going to stay out there because I want to keep a square in that circle out there. So it's between Lundell and Kakko. I love the face-off rating for Lundell. So the player, the odd man out is going to be Capo Caco. So he will win the battle for power as he will skate on into Gianluca Vallini's net, hopefully net a 2 or a 3 with a dot to make the stop. Enough to do so with a 1, and that is going to be all she wrote for this segment. And we will move on to the next segment here in this pre-play game between Finland and Sweden for the February 14th slate of games. We got ourselves another quality check. This time it'll be between players 2 and 1. That is Alessandro Segafredo and Teuvo Teravainen. The quality that we're looking for is skill. Both Segafredo and Teravainen have skill, and that is going to be all she wrote for that segment. And we will move on to the next one. We got a penalty check, and it's going to be between both players in one. That's Rasmus Ristolainen and Luka Zanata. It looks like Zanata's going to go to the box as Ristolainen's going to skate out to Bellini's net. Hopefully net a 2 or a 3 with a dot to make the stop. Excuse me, enough to do so, and that is going to keep Team Finland off the board, and we are scoreless through the game's first 10 minutes of play here for this pre-play game between Team Finland and Team Italy. We got a quality check between players 1 and 3. That's Alex Trivelato and Anton Lundell. The quality that we're looking for is speed. It looks like Lundell has speed, so he's going to speed his way into Bellini's net to hopefully net a 1, 2, or 3 to make the stop. A 3 with a blank won't do it. Team Finland is on the board, courtesy of Anton Lundell. Anton Lundell scores the ice-breaking goal for this pre-play game, and we will move on to the next portion of this segment with... Oh, and Tremolari's flip. And we have a quality check, and we have players 2 and 5 participating in this one. Jason Seed and Eric Holla. The quality that we're looking for is hit. It looks like Seed and Holla do not have hits, and that is going to be all she wrote for this segment. And we will move on to the next one, or excuse me, to the next segment, I should say, with a quality check between players 5 and 1. That is going to be Matt Bradley and Eli Tolvanen. Hopefully I'm saying that right. If I do butcher any of these names, I do apologize. The quality that we're looking for is hit. Tolvanen has hit, so he's going to skate out to Bellini's net, hopefully net a 2 or a 3 with a dot to make the stop. He will do such thing, and that is going to be all she wrote for this segment. And we will move on to the next segment of this pre-play game between Finland and Italy with a quality check. This time it'll be between players 3 and 2. That is Daniel Mantenuto against Nico Mikkola. The quality that we're looking for is power. It looks like Mikkola has power, so therefore he's going to skate off to Gianluca Vallini's net. Hopefully net a 1, 2, or a 3 with a dot to make the stop. He won't, and Mikkola will score the goal off of the quality check of power, as Mikkola puts the Finns up in front by a score of 2-0 over the Italians. We stay put in this segment with a visitor scoring chance, of a 63. Any home player with a circle prevents a power play goal. Unfortunately, no Italians currently out there on the ice have a square, so therefore that is going to be the third goal of the game, and it will be considered to be a power play goal. Let's see who scored it. 9, second best shot rating. So the best we have out there is Mikael Granlund. Excuse me. And we have Teuvo Teravainen taking the power play opportunity into the back of the net of Gianluca Vallini, as the Finns get up in front by a score of 3-0. We stay put in this segment with a penalty between players 4 and 1, Larkin and Rasmus Ristolainen. It looks like Thomas Larkin is going to go to the box. No relations to Dylan Larkin. As Ristolainen will skate into Bellini's net to hopefully net a 2 or a 3 with a dot to make the stop. He won't, and that's the 4th goal of the game. And folks, the Italians have called timeout here as the Finns get another power play opportunity in front of them, and with Ristolainen scoring on the recent power play opportunity. And with that, everyone is situated, all back in order. Let's get to it with the next segment, with the next portion of this segment, with another penalty check. This time it's going to be between Daniel Glera and and anybody out on the ice for Team Finland. Right now, I think I have an urge to tie here. Let's find out. Dot, we tie. And we will tie. So Glera will go right across from him with Mikhail Granlund, as both he and Glera have the same penalty rating of 0.5, and the ref says play on. But if I catch any of you two doing something stupid, you're sitting for 2 in the sin bin. We got a quality check between both players in one. That's Marco Zanetti and Eli Tolvanen. The quality that we're looking for is skill. It looks like neither player has skill. And that is going to be all she wrote for this segment. And we will move on to the next segment. And it looks like we're almost halfway through the game. And we get the next segment going with a quality check between players 2 and 3. We got again a quality check between players 2 and 3. As I was taking a sip of my nice cup of tea, with a players between Pet Perdeller and Essa Lindell. The quality that we're looking for is speed. It looks like Perdeller and Lindell both have speed. And that is going to be all she wrote for this segment. And we will move on to the next one with home scoring chance for Italy. This time it's going to be a 61. Any visitor player with a circle prevents a power play goal. Lucky for the Italians, that popped up because no Finland player out there currently out on the ice has a circle credited to their name. So the shutout of Luukkonen is gone. Let's see who scored the goal. Excuse me. 12. That's going to be, roll a die. So we're going to roll the red die again. So we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 will be a reroll. 1. That will be Luca Zanata scoring the goal, as he will take it into the back of the net, and we will consider it to be a power play goal. With that being said, we keep going in this segment with a quality check between both players in 2. That's Oli Mata and Alessandro Segafredo. The quality that we're looking for is power. Oli Mata has power. So therefore, he's going to skate off to Bellini's net to hopefully net a 1, 2, or a 3 with a dot to make the stop. He can't. It's 5-1 now, courtesy of Oli Mata. And we get right back into this next portion of this segment with another quality check. Again, both players in two. This time it's Mikko Rantanen and Jason Seed. The quality is skill. It looks like Rantanen has skill, so he's going to skate off to Bellini's net. Hopefully net a 1, 2, or a 3 with a dot to make the stop. A 3 with a dot will do such thing as Rantanen is denied by Bellini. And that is going to be all she wrote for this segment. And we will move on with the Finns in front 5-1. Penalty check between players 3 and anybody out there on the ice for the Finns. Pietranero is the player in question for Team Italy. And it looks like, let's see here. We could tie, have Finland go on the power play, or Team Italy go on the power play. How about we do this? Let's have the red die decide. 1, 2 will be Team Finland. 3, 4 we tie. 5, 6 it'll be Team Italy going on the power play. Again, Team Finland will go on the power play with a 1, 2. Excuse me. We tie with a 3, 4, and Team Italy will go on the power play with a 5, 6. And it looks like we're going to tie. So Pietranero will tie things up with Etulosterinen as the both players have the same penalty rating of 0.5. And that is going to be all she wrote for this segment, and we will move on to the next one. Penalty check between both players in two. That's Perdeller and Mikkola. It looks like Nico Mikkola is going to go to the box as Tommy Perdeller will skate on into Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen to see if he can make the 3, 1, 2, or 3 on the play save. And he will do such thing, and that is going to keep the Italians at bay with the Finns scoring a huge key save on the penalty kill. We got a home scoring chance. Home scoring chance of a 25. And it reads, choice of it, home player rolls for gold using assist stars +2. Well, we have Baton and Gaisley with the best opportunity. Dot, it will be Gasly. And it will be Alex Baton. So Baton will have to net a 1, 2, or 3 to score the goal. He won't, and that is going to be all she wrote, folks. The Finns are going to take this pre-play game over the Italians by the final score of 5-1 as the Finns finish out this round robin tournament at a 2-1 record with 5 points. They are in the top 4 for right now, but barring whatever happens with the games in hand for USA and Denmark, or excuse me, for USA and Germany, and Latvia as well, the Finns are still in the playoffs, but are they going to be in the top 4? Stay tuned to find out. Until then, the final score for this game between the Finns and the Italians, it's Finland 5, Italy 1. This is the final game of the slate of games for the day of February 14th for the Millano Cortina Men's Winter Olympic Hockey Tournament played at the 2026 Winter Olympic Games. This is a pre-play game between Team USA and Team Denmark. And as you can see, both teams' records and point totals are shown below. Each team's respective country's flag. And this game is being played with Hockey Blast Express. Your starting netminders for this pre-play game for Team USA and Team Denmark are going to be Jeremy Swayman for Team USA and Frederick Anderson for Team Denmark. With that being said, let's drop the puck and play some Olympic-style hockey. And we're going to begin this pre-play game between the Americans and the Dens with a quality check between players 5 and 2. That is Mikkel Agard for Team Denmark and Jacob Slavin for Team USA. It looks like both Agard and Slavin both have smart printed out on their card. So therefore, that is going to be a no action result. And we will move on to the next one. Home scoring chance of a 45, and it reads, any home player with a power play circle star symbol creates a power play goal. He was just flipped. Nikolai Ehlers does have the power play circle star printed out on his card. So Team Denmark gets that early 1-0 lead, courtesy of Nikolai Ehlers. We stay put in this segment with a quality check between both players in 3. That's Austin Matthews for USA and Anders Koch for Denmark. The quality that we're looking for is star. Matthews has star printed out on his card, so he's going to skate off to Frederick Anderson's net to hopefully net a 1 through 4 to make the stop. And he will do so to keep the USA at bay at a 1-0 lead for Team Denmark. We got a penalty check. It's going to be between anybody in the ice for Team Denmark and player number 1 for Team USA. That's Brady Tkachuk. Well, either way, Brady Tkachuk's going to go to the box. So pick your poison between anybody out there on the ice. Brady stuck his nose where it didn't belong and got paid for it. We'll have the red die decide. 6 is a reroll. Reroll. 5. Philip Brugeiser will be the player to take the power play opportunity. So Jeremy Swayman needs to net a 1 through 3 to make the stop. And he will do so as Team Denmark is tossed aside in their first power play opportunity as they still lead it over Team USA 1-0. We got a quality check. This time it's going to be between players 3 and 1. That's Nicholas B. Jensen against Zach Werenski. The quality that we're looking for is hit. Neither Jensen or Werenski have hit. So therefore, that is going to be a no action result. And that's going to put an end to this first period. But not before Denmark jumps out to a 1-0 lead after the game's first 20 minutes of play. We start the second period with a triple sixes. So this is going to be an injury to a visiting player. Already, Jack Eichel was injured last game, so whoever's injured here will sit out the next game for Team USA. We will roll the red die. 1 through 5. 6 is the goalie. 2. Oh wow, that is Tage Thompson, and that smells bad news for the Americans, as Tage Thompson will sit out and be injured for the next game. So again, just like normal hockey, when a player is injured, he will sit out for the team goes 1 man down. So Team USA started with say they started with 11 forwards, 7 defensemen. They now go down a forward to 10 forwards, 7 defensemen. With that being said, that's going to be the end of the segment, and we will move on to the next one with a penalty check between Marcus Lauritsen And Vincent Trocheck, it looks like Lauritsen's going to go to the box. So Vincent Trocheck has the opportunity to skate in on Frederick Anderson's net, hopefully net, 1-4 to make the stop, which he will do so to keep this game at a 1-0 lead for the um, Denmarks, for the Danes, as they lead at 1-0 over Team USA. Well, quality check between players 1 and 4. That's True and Quinn Hughes. The quality that we're looking for is speed. It looks like Quinn Hughes has speed, so he needs to get something going for the Americans as he skates off to Freddie Anderson's net. Hopefully, net a 1-4 to make the stop. He won't. Tie game. Quinn Hughes puts the Americans in front, and Freebird is playing through the loudspeakers. Oh. We stay put in this segment with a quality check between players 4 and 2. That is Nicholas Jensen and Jake Sanderson. The quality that we're looking for is hit. It looks like neither Jensen or Sanderson have hit. So, therefore, that is going to be the end of it for this segment. And we will move on to the next segment with a visitor scoring chance of a 41. Visitor player in 4. That's our captain of the Red Wings, Dylan Larkin. He creates a goal for the Americans with a quality roll of skill or a triangle. Although the captain, Dylan Larkin, even though on this country's team, Austin Matthews is the captain, but the captain of the Red Wings will score the go-ahead goal for Team USA, as he does have skill printed out in his card, even though he does not have a triangle. Therefore, we stay put in this segment with a penalty check between players 1 and 5. That's Christian Wise and Kyle Connor. The quality, it's a penalty check, excuse me. Christian Wise will go to the box as Kyle Connor will skate out to Freddie Anderson's net. Hopefully, net a 1-4 to make the stop. Man, oh man, it's a power play goal for Kyle Connor, and the Americans jump out in front 3-1 as they add on some insurance against the Danes. We stay put in this segment with a quality check between anybody out there on the ice for Team Denmark against player number 1. That's Brady Tkachuk. The quality that we're looking for is star. Well, Brady Tkachuk is going to win it. So we'll go right across from him with Patrick Russell. So Brady Tkachuk will skate off to Freddie Anderson's net. Hopefully net a 1-4 to make the stop. He will do so to keep Brady Tkachuk off the board in this one, as Team USA, after the game's first 40 minutes, Team USA jumps out to a crucial 3-1 lead, as they need to win out in order to they need to win out and have Czechia lose in regulation to Switzerland. With that in mind, the second period comes to a close. The score after the game's first 40 minutes, it's Team USA 3 and Team Denmark 1. We begin the third with a visitor scoring chance of a 14. Home goalie must make play save. So that is going to be Freddie Anderson. So Freddie Anderson needs to net a 1-4 to make the stop. He will do so. Nobody flips, and we will move on to the next segment. Quality check between players 1 and anybody out on the ice for Team USA. The quality that we're looking for is smart. So, besides Matt Boldy, pick your poison between Zach Werenski, Jacob Slavin, Brock Nelson, or Clayton Keller. Oh, boy. We'll have the red die decide. 5 or a 6 is a reroll. 3, that's Brock Nelson. So Brock Nelson will tie things up with, I forgot to swap Russell. Well, either way, it's going to be True. So True will tie things up with Nelson for Smart, and that is going to be all she wrote for that segment, and we will move on to the next segment with a quality check between both players in two. That Slavin and Nick Olson, the quality that we're looking for is skill. It looks like both Olson and Slavin have skill. This is a tight battle here between the Americans and the Danes, as the Americans lead it 3-1. We got a penalty check between players 5 and 3 that is Joachim Blickfeld and JT Miller. It looks like both Blickfield and Miller both have the same penalty rating. And folks, that is going to be your ball game. Team USA got the dub that they needed. So now they rely on Switzerland to beat Czechia in regulation. As long as the Americans beat Germany in their next contest, the USA will hopefully, possibly be the number one seed for the playoffs. They will still get a bye, but if they win out, they still get that all important bye. But the battle for the number one seed is still ongoing. With that being said, the final score for this pre-play game between the Americans and the Danes is Team USA 3 and Denmark 1.